Ubisoft, for the very first time, have officially given us the actual gameplay footage of Naoe performing parkour in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, just a couple hours ago, this was posted on the official Assassin's Creed Twitter page. Now, this right here is the parkour system that is taking place in Assassin's Creed Shadows. And if you take a look at this, there are some backflips, front flips. We also got some grappling action. Wow, that's good. Ooh. The animations are pretty sweet, not gonna lie. They've done some really good job with the animations. And damn, there we go. That was a pretty good parkour. Honestly, that was pretty good. All right. That was pretty good. So this was a very small footage that Ubisoft shared with us just to let us know that, hey, here is the parkour system. It's basically how the game works. Now, one thing that I really find a little bit, tiny bit annoying with the parkour system that they've just implemented here is that this scene right over here, if you take a look at it very closely, you'll actually find out that as Naoe performs a front flip, and then she lands on the roof, there is absolutely no impact or whatsoever, nor is there any sort of animations since the roof is like inclined and the roof is completely different type of a terrain compared to the normal floor. So there is supposed to be some sort of an impact, or maybe they could have added in some sort of an animation where she would basically just slip off. And I think Ubisoft hasn't really done anything here. They pretty much just did some really cool looking animations, and that's pretty much it. But although it looks very smooth and very fluid, and I honestly think that they could have done it way better if they added in some sort of an impact. Like, for example, take a look at this clip once again. As she lands here, I think they should have added some sort of a dust particle just flying off, or maybe just a camera shake as she lands in. Maybe the controller vibrates and then your camera kind of just shakes a tiny bit. That would have made a lot of impact to a more cinematic feel, and finally just feeling like, you know, she's really doing that parkour. And although the animations look fantastic, and if you also take a look at the new Anvil engine, you'll actually see that all the vegetations, there is a lot of air, and you know, everything is just shaking around. A lot of dynamics that has been added into this game compared to the previous Assassin's Creed titles. Now, I've been seeing a couple of comparison videos out there on Twitter, and one of the videos that I came across from this guy named Assassin's Creed News on Twitter, where he just posted this comparison video where you can see Eivor running in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and then you have Naoe on the left side. And although the graphics kind of looks very similar to each other, I think that, you know, there's not really a lot of graphical improvements in Assassin's Creed Shadows, but you can actually see that there is major difference when it comes to the vegetations and how the environment is going to be much more live in Assassin's Creed Shadows. And another footage was also shared by Assassin's Creed News, where apparently it seems like Ubisoft pretty much just copy-pasted the same thing from Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, the animations for the parkour is basically kind of similar, or maybe it's just same, they just copy-pasted the same stuff. So if you take a look at Naoe here, just take a look at the animation that Basim is performing on the right side and the animation on the left with Naoe performing. It's pretty much the same animation that has been once again reused. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with it. It still looks pretty cool, but I think they should have done a little bit changes since they're like completely changing the engine and everything, and they're trying to make a new game. So of course, it would have been better if they kind of just focused on giving us a completely different animation. Hold on, let me just put my camera to the left side so that you guys can take a look at what the full version of Basim's animation looks like. And as you can see, it actually looks pretty much the same. So that's basically what I'm saying here. It seems like Ubisoft has pretty much just reused a lot of stuff from previous Assassin's Creed games, and they kind of just copy-pasted it, but then they also added in some new animations. But I think they should have done a much more smoother and more of a polished job with the parkouring mechanics, especially when it comes to now with landing on the floor or on the roof. It kind of just looks like, you know, the character is snapping in. Now, in this clip, if you actually look closely, there is a lot of space between this roof and that roof, and Naoe simply just performs a front flip and lands all the way out there, and it kind of just looks very unrealistic. And it's something that a lot of people found annoying with Assassin's Creed Unity's parkour system, where you pretty much just magnetically just snap into the other roof or any objects that's nearby. And I think that's something that we're going to be facing in this game as well. Just take a look at this. She just gets snapped all the way down here, and it looks very unrealistic. Honestly, even though we have like incredible animations or whatsoever, it still looks very very, very unrealistic, and sometimes it's going to be annoying as you keep parkouring your way through different roofs and stuff. It just keeps getting snapped into all of the different roofs, and that was something that really pissed off a lot of players with Assassin's Creed Unity's parkour, even though the animations were pretty good. So I think Ubisoft should have fixed that, but as far as what I can see from the footage, it definitely looks like it's going to be pretty much the same here with Assassin's Creed Shadows as well. Now, apart from this, we also have some very interesting information that I just got to know recently, which seems like Ubisoft was developing a game called Prince of Persia Assassins, and this game was cancelled, and we actually have like an early footage of the build for this game, and it was named as Prince of Persia Assassin. And as you can see, Rhino says that footage of an early build that was meant for Prince of Persia game, which eventually evolved to become the first Assassin's Creed title. And it seems like Assassin's Creed was not supposed to exist, and they basically just made a Prince of Persia game all the way back in the time, and then they decided, well, you know what, we could just make a whole new game of its own, a completely new IP, and name it as Assassin's Creed rather than just continuing it as Prince of Persia franchise. And well, guess what? It really worked out for Ubisoft, and Assassin's Creed being a new IP of its own is actually pretty good, honestly. I think this was one of the best choices that Ubisoft has made so far. Now, also, Ubisoft is actually going to be showing us like a full demo on the Gamescom, which is happening on 21st of August. And Ubisoft did invite me to Gamescom inside their Ubisoft booth, where I could get hands on some of the games that's coming up from Ubisoft. But unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff that I need to go through with the visa process, so I can't really make it to Gamescom this year. But next year, I'm definitely going to be there. And of course, I will share all the exclusive footage if I end up getting my hands on some of these footages with you guys right here on the channel for more Assassin's Creed Shadows, because it seems like Ubisoft is going to be showing off a full-on hands-on gameplay demo of Assassin's Creed Shadows. But however, I don't think that they're going to be giving us a chance to go ahead and play the game in their booth. If that's the case, that would be really awesome. But if that's not the case, it's still all right, because the game is going to be coming out anytime soon. And I think the more footage that comes out, the less excited we get for the game. So I really hope that they don't give a lot of footage out to YouTubers, because we probably know what we are getting into, so there's not going to be any sort of excitement or something that we might see for the very first time when we are playing the game for ourselves. So that first time experience is going to be taken away. So I really hope they don't kind of just, you know, barrage the internet with shitloads of gameplays from all the different YouTubers. And if that happens, I think it's probably going to kill a lot of excitement for most of the Assassin's Creed fans when they play the game for the very first time. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments, what do you guys think about whatever parkour system that we have gotten to see so far, and from what Ubisoft is basically just copy pasted from Assassin's Creed Mirage and Assassin's Creed Valhalla when it comes to running animations, as well as the jumping animations, the parkouring animations. But then we still have like exclusive animations that are made especially for Assassin's Creed Shadows. But still, I kind of just think, you know, they should have just recreated the entire thing on their own and make it completely specific to Assassin's Creed Shadows itself, and not simply just copy paste stuff. And if you think that Ubisoft should take the feedback and add the impact effect in the parkour system where Naoe lands on the roof or terrain, maybe they could just add like a very, very small tiny camera shake, or just some dust particle just puffing out, and some very minor quality of life changes like those could actually make the game look much more immersive. So if you agree with this, drop a like on this video, and hopefully Ubisoft watches this video and takes a tiny bit of feedback and improve the game when it finally comes out. So let me know down below in the comments, what are your opinions? If you have any more suggestions on what you guys think that Ubisoft should kind of fix in terms of parkour system when the game finally comes out, because we still have time. The game still hasn't gone gold, which means that you can always give suggestions in the comments down below, so Ubisoft will definitely read them, and hopefully they will learn from what fans really have to say and implement them in the final game. So your support as fans of Assassin's Creed franchise, it's really, really helpful. So please, just don't hesitate to go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And with that being said, if you guys are looking for a YouTube channel that covers all the latest and the greatest information, news, updates, gaming content, basically all the coverage that you guys need about upcoming open world games, so make sure to go ahead, subscribe. It's absolutely free. Of course, you're not going to pay any single penny. That's the best part. You're going to stay updated every single day. So go ahead and do it, and I will see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.